record.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday Training with Faith and Soul. I'm so excited to have y'all here. Thanks for watching the replay, if you catch the replay. Tonight's training is going to go over the incentive that we have for the springtime. I'm super excited about it, and we'll cover all the bases in case you are not familiar with the current incentive that we have going on. And then if you are a part of Team Faith and Soul, make sure and either contact me or contact your sponsor if you have further questions about the incentive. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So one thing I'm going to jump over and share my screen with you guys real quick. And what we're going to do is go into your workstation, and I'm going to show y'all where you can find the incentive on your workstation. If you've been with our team for quite a while, you'll see that workstation recently has updated. They did briefly, I think like a week or so ago, let us know that there were going to be some changes, but seemed like it was kind of abrupt. So if you have not familiarized yourself with workstation and everything that's on it, make sure and do so, because that's actually something I'm in the middle of over this next week, is just going through where all of the different like drop down menu and everything, because it looks very different than it was before. So just make sure and get a little bit more familiar with that. So let's go ahead and get to my workstation. You'll hold tight. I'm going to make sure that I'm logged in and that everything is set up properly. Let's see more incentives. There we go. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. There we go, should be loading. All right, so now you guys should see my screen. So this is basically your Scentsy Dashboard once you get past the home page. So your homepage is going to show, of course, like where your sales and your team sales, if you have a team, where all of that is at, which is your dashboard home screen. But in order to get to the incentive, what you want to do is you're going to want to click on where it says more. And then now, as you can see, it looks very different than it was before. So again, if you haven't not been into workstation over the last week, make sure and get in there and just look around, because it looks very, it looks nice. It's nice and organized, but it's not at all like it was before. So if you want to click on more, of course, I'm on my computer, so your phone's going to be a little bit different. But when you click more, you'll see where it says incentives. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, which is exactly where I was earlier. So for those of y'all that are new to the team, or if you haven't not got a chance to check it out, we do have a new incentive with Scentsy that recently started, I believe, the beginning of this month, and then it's going to run. Well, basically the entire incentive started in February, as you can see here where it says qualification. So it's February 1st, April 1st, and June 1st. So there was an original incentive that started back around January, and then it ended the end of last month. But we have a brand new one. And even if you guys are just joining us on our team, or if maybe perhaps you didn't qualify for the last incentive, that's okay, because you do have an opportunity to join in on this one. And the great news is that it does run from April 1st all the way until the end of May. So you still have plenty of time to be able to do it. And we're going to go ahead and dive right in and talk a little bit more about how you can earn this incentive. This incentive, by the way, that's currently going on until the end of May, is doable for any of you guys, even if you just recently joined with us within the last month on the team with Scentsy as a consultant. This is definitely achievable and doable for you guys as well. So I'll let y'all go through all of the like text detail as far as where it says like under brick by brick. So this month's focus leading into end of May, as you can see here, is build your sales. And of course, it does say here that it's the second incentive for the qualification period. And then it tells you here like how you can earn the incentive. So it's help your customer discover new products to live in the spring summer catalog. So it's kind of like, for us, it's going back to the basics. So it's going to be covering everything that's through the catalog that's non-licensed products. So as you can see here, these are all of the different, they call them like rings, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit. But this right here breaks it down. So like the first qualification for this incentive is $500 PRV and warmers and wax. And then the next one is going to be, so basically like this right here. So warmers and wax, you absolutely have to get this one locked in by the end of May to qualify for the prize for the incentive. Once you have that locked in, then the fun part is that you actually get to sell $100 PRV each from at least 4 of the following categories. So as you can see here on my right-hand side, it does list all of the categories. Sorry about that, that you guys can qualify that you can pick from. So it can be either the laundry, the clean, the body, unplugged, and it does go in here a little bit more detail, by the way, as far as what unplugged products qualify and then what does not qualify. So make sure and go over that because it is very thorough and detailed as far as what's good and what's not good that goes towards the incentive, right? And then up here, same thing. It talks about Scentsy fan and diffusers. It tells you what's included and then what's not included. So there's that. And it's, as you can see here, it's very achievable because even this, you guys, it's like each product category, whether it's going to be like your body line or like, for example, let's use the laundry line, right? So $100 PRV in the laundry line. Broken down basically in simplicity, that means that that could possibly be 2 of the Laundry Love bundles. Those alone are $50 a piece, but we're going to go into a little bit more detail in a second here as far as if that is maybe something that you're not wanting to do, how you can still achieve even this one here and lock in your $100 PRV. Let's see. Let me go. Okay, so here's the best part. So the best part about this particular incentive and why you for sure want to try your hardest to get this incentive and lock it in is because of what you're earning. So this is what the prize is. If you're able to get the incentive, and of course, end date is end of May, is that this is so incredible, you guys, because the prize that we'll earn is the Fall Winter 2022 Transition Kit. Everything that you basically see here that we will earn as our prize is exactly what you're needing in your business to get you started for the fall winter season, which kicks off in August. So as you can see here, this is everything broken down that we actually will get for free for earning the incentive. So we get 10 Scentsy bars. They're all the new catalog fragrances. How awesome is that? A 25 pack of the fall winter catalogs. You get 1 pack of the new release scented stickers. So that's going to be this little photo here, which is like the coolest thing ever. That's my favorite part by far. And then transition fragrance testers, which is really cool. So it's like the whole bag, of course, of like your testers. That's the fall winter scents. Let's see. And felt samples, which is really awesome. I love that. So that's a really great prize. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, let's see, actually, I'm not going to do that. So the next thing that you want to do is this little tab right here. You're going to click on that where it says track your progress. So as you can see, obviously this is mine. So this is where I'm at as far as tracking my progress. One thing that I'm really excited about, as you can see, and I think it's really cool if you pull this up on your own workstation, is you're able to see like where your focus is, whereas where your focus is not. So for me, for example, you can see that my focus has been obviously in the unplugged, body, and fan diffusers, right? But if you look up here, my focus has not necessarily been on wax and warmers. Laundry line, remember what we said before, is that if you do the Laundry Love bundle, which is $50, just 2 of those alone will lock in that ring. I've actually had a customer at the beginning of this month who ordered that bundle. So that's why you see this is halfway filled, is because I have 50 PRV in that category. So I'll have halfway to go. and then on the clean category. So for me, for example, going into, obviously we're getting ready to end April, so we're going into May. So my main focus for May will be more than likely the clean line because I'm a little bit behind on there. And then for sure, obviously wax and warmers, because I do not earn that fall winter prize if I do not lock in this ring here for wax and warmers, right? So I have all three of these complete. So I want you guys between today and the end of this month, I want you to get into your workstation, and I really want you guys to take a look here and see where perhaps your focus is not versus where it's been. Now, where your focus is not is where we need to focus more, obviously, on getting those products locked in. So for me personally, I plan on sitting down between now and the end of this month. I'm going to get into my calendar, and you guys know that I like to go through on my work calendar here in my office, and I'm going to fill in every single week this next month. I'm going to have a specific product that I'm focusing on for that entire week until I fill that ring in. So for example, I do have a little bit of a ways to go with warmers and wax. So my first week of the month could be focused on wax and warmers only. Okay. And then so on and so forth. But that may look different for you versus for me. So what I'm planning on doing is setting myself up for this next month. And then for those of y'all that are in our messenger group, I do plan on solely focusing once a week on a specific subject. So it'll be, like I said, wax and warmers one week. The next week it could be clean line, so on and so forth. But what I want you guys to do is I will be posting something sometime probably this weekend. And I really want us to comment below on our team page and just take note of and just say and put it out there like where we want our focus to be to make sure that we lock in this incentive. Because to have that many products that Scentsy's going to give us for free to get us kickstarted and for us to be successful for the fall winter catalog is pretty exciting. And I don't know about you guys, but I like free stuff. So there's that. So like I said, make sure and dive in a little bit more into that. Let's see, one thing I wanted to show you guys too. So like if you go a little bit further down, you click on where it says PRV, it's going to give you the breakdown. So like, for example, remember what I said when I sold the Laundry Love bundle? That's where you see that right here. So that was $50. So for whatever the cost is of the product before shipping and tax is what our PRV is that we earn, right? So as you can see, it breaks it down here in April that I earned $50 or 50 PRV towards the laundry. So I'm halfway there. Now, obviously, as you can see here with the warmers and wax, I have about, give or take, a little less than 200 to go in PRV. So that for sure, like I said, is going to be my main focus. And then let's see the clean line. As you guys can see here, I need $75 more in the clean line. Now, obviously, like something that would be easier for me is if I could push like the laundry products. I only need $50 more as compared to the 75. So I may actually go, I don't know, I haven't decided yet, honestly, if I'm going to focus more on the laundry or the clean. One thing I will make a note of it that I want you guys to do too is that if you guys do the scent boxes like I do, that's something that I know that a couple of us here on this group, on this team have done this month, is incorporating some of these products that are a part of the incentive into our boxes. So I personally plan on doing that myself, which is more than likely where the warmers and wax is going to come into play, is my scent boxes that I do for next month. So that's something that can easily help you get a little boost, you know, when it comes to wanting to earn the incentive. The next thing that I'm going to show you guys, I can get out of that, is I did want to walk you guys through the album page that we have. I'm sorry, the album that we have on our team page. I'm going to show you guys where that's at in case you're not aware. So as you can see, this is our team page here. And for those of y'all that are on Team Faith and Soul, what you're going to do is you want to click on where it says media. Now, I think it says albums if you're on your phone, but if you're on your computer, you're going to go to media and then albums. let's see. So we're going to click on that. I do actually plan on working on this this evening. So I'm going to be adding some more things into this particular album here, which is called Gift Ideas. And I honestly think in a little bit, I'm going to rename it. And I'll rename it something along the lines of like Spring Incentive, probably, or Spring Incentive Bundles. But these are some ideas that you guys can either share out with your customers. You can text them. You can also even post in your stories on your personal pages. You can use these as your own. A lot of these photos have either been created from us personally or have been shared out from other leaders, people on the team as well, but y'all can use this, right? And so here's some creative ideas. One thing that I'll talk about a little bit more in detail in a little bit is how you can actually bundle your products, even if your customer's not wanting a bundle. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. But make sure and go through your the album, and then look at this, because there's some actually really great ideas in here. Something that like I shared, I think yesterday, yeah, it looks like yesterday, is that this is a bundle that I personally put together. So this is the clean bundle here. So this is something that you could easily 100% like, okay, so the clean bundle is $25, right? So you could goal yourself this next month during 1 week to sell 4 bundles of the cleaning bundle. And that would actually knock out that incentive, right? Because that's $100 PRV right there. All right, so we got that. This is another one too. This is actually one that I plan on focusing on myself for next month with the Warmers and Wax incentive ring, is the mini warmer, doing like a mini warmer wax bundle. So that's something that you can do too. And don't limit yourself, guys, to just the photos that I have here. Like I said, I do plan on posting more photos and sharing more in this album, but there are a lot of other photos that you can find on Facebook for sure. This is a part of the Unplugged products that are part of the incentive. So the Unplugged ring that you saw. So this is the car bar. They call this a car kit. So this is a car bar pod pack, and then you have the mini wall fan. So those definitely count towards the incentive. So there's that. And then cute little like spring Mother's Day bundles. Again, this ties into the clean bundle ring that you guys can put together. Don't limit yourself. One thing I want to share that's super important that I have to remind myself on every single day, you guys, is whenever I want to share out bundles that look something similar to this, 2 things. If you're wanting to post a personal photo of something that you have put together in your house, don't feel pressure that you feel like it has to look just like this or just like the ones that I did the other day. You don't have to do that. Use what you have on hand. It does not necessarily even have to be things that you plan on giving your customers. Use things around the house that are your home decor pieces just to generate a nice photo and then post it, because your customers more than likely are not going to be expecting it to look exactly like that. You just want something that's going to look appealing and catch their eye. Don't limit yourself to posting on social media. You can save these photos to your phone and share them in a text as well. One thing that I personally, I had watched a training video yesterday and I really liked that they talked about was when you're sending out photos of these bundles, you can call them like a deal of the day. So in other words, deal of the day could be your laundry love bundle for $50. Deal of the day could be 2 scent circles for $12, right? They don't know exactly what deal of the day means. I do like the fact that the consultant called it that. And don't be afraid, you guys, to text your customers every day, because think about how often we contact our friends and family every single day, right? This is another great idea, especially with Mother's Day around the corner. I really like that. Even with Mother's Day coming up this month, we have Father's Day as well. So Father's Day bundles, you guys, are really good. Not necessarily probably the Squeeze Today fragrance, but you can do other scents as well and do little car kits for dad. One thing I was going to share with you guys, let's see. And I plan on uploading this to our album, by the way. It was actually shared out today in the directors group. Let's see if I can find it real quick. So I want to because I do post like on the hour in here. So I'm like, maybe I can find it easily, maybe not. Let's see, I'm going to try to type in, I think she called it a car kit, but there was a really cute idea that was posted today that I know I saved. Let's see if I can find it that way. Here we go. So cute. I love her work. Nicole Atnip is like so creative. So these I don't personally plan on using myself, but I did save it so I can make my own, and then I can create my own photo, because obviously, I mean, if you see the black truck in the background, my customers know that my husband does not drive, or I don't drive a black truck, so that's not going to be personable because it's not my photo. But I do plan on putting something like this together myself, and just kind of recreating it. Mine will look more like this just because I'm not going to have enough time to print this out on time. But if my customers are interested in the bundle, then I will figure out a way to like get that created, because I thought that was really cute. But see, something like this is so simple. It doesn't have to, again, look exactly like this, but I could easily whip this together, throw this together in a little bag, post a photo of it. I just think it's like freaking adorable. And obviously you don't necessarily have to do like the girly colors here. You can make it look a little bit more masculine if you wanted to, but something like this is great, again, for Father's Day, like car kits. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, as you can see, she took incredible background photos, but I love that she actually even went to settings on her camera and did like, there's like a blur focus effect that she could have, so it focuses on what you have in your hand. Obviously it blurs out the background, but I thought this was really creative because I never would have thought to like do a photo like that. And see, and I know she called it something specific. Yeah, or never mind. Yeah, she just said, says beep beep car kit pics. I covered the scent name of Luna, so you can market it as Mystery Man, etc. for Father's Day. A few unedited pics too to add your own filter, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, I really like that. I thought that was like really creative. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Yep, here's some other ideas. I'm just gonna flip through. And like I said before, some of these photos I will be sharing into our album for a team page, but this is another way. Obviously, this is an older photo because for those of y'all that have been around for a while, we had these last year during the spring collection, but you could easily find a photo like this that has like the diffusers, or if you're fortunate enough to have them on hand, take a personal photo of them and just upload it. Most of us easily had this, right? Like I have one right beside me right now that's a mini fan diffuser with a pod. Take a picture of it in your car, post it to your stories, text it to your customers, say, hey, I'm putting some car kits together for last minute Mother's Day gift, or last minute teacher appreciation gifts are coming up. By the way, teacher appreciation week is coming up. That's something that you could easily market to your customers and have a lot of fun with it. Let's see. One page I know that a lot of you guys are on. Let's see. It's called Real Life Scentsy Pics Only. I know a lot of you guys that are on our team page, on our team, or in that group. So make sure you're utilizing that. And sometimes it just depends upon the keywords that you use. Like sometimes it's hit or miss for me. Let's do bundle. Let's see what happens. Let's see, Inspire Wax Bundle Easter Collection. Let's see what comes up. I don't really want to do that. But it is important to, like I said, just go through. And then just see what you have, because you never know what these people are sharing. Because there's usually some really cute ideas through here. Let's see. Here's some good ones for like the springtime. I've used this one a lot, so I can use this one as an example. So this is something that you guys can post as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 6-pack. It can be a 3-pack of wax if you find that photo as well, or that photo too. But here's the thing. Okay, obviously, as an example, this is not my photo, right? It's not my photo. But if I share it out to my customers, no matter how that looks, don't feel pressure and be like, oh, I can't share this photo because I have no idea what wax bars these are. Here's the thing. You have a website. You can go to the website and find fragrances that come close enough to these colors. Most of the time, your customers are not going to ask you, oh, well, what scents are in the 6-pack of wax? They're actually going to be more drawn to the photo, less drawn to the actual like wax fragrances themselves. So if you have a photo that's aesthetically pleasing like this, they're going to be drawn to the overall aspect of the image, not necessarily just the wax. Let's see if there's another one. Oh, one thing that you can do too, that's actually on our team page. Let's see. I know it's on there because I recently moved it over. So going back into like how my focus, like I said, this next month is majority is like wax and warmers. Let's see, let's go back to media. And I think I moved it to, let's see. Oh yeah, I think it's here, wax and warmers, or wax spring summer. So one thing that I think is a lot of fun, let's see, I think it's further down here. Maybe, oh, I just saw it. Sorry about that. Here they are. Yeah, so these are really cute. And normally I'm not one for flyers. It just honestly depends on what it looks like. But to me, these are actually aesthetically pleasing. So you can have a lot of fun with these, especially if you know your customers like a certain fragrance, or if you're really passionate about a certain fragrance family. Like, for example, actually, I'll do that one. So, for example, I'm not really a bakery fan, but I can tie in a memory or a positive spin, or I can have like a little bit of a story that I'm tying in with my baking bundle. So for example, I'm just kind of running with this, but this is something that I probably more likely will do. So being that Mother's Day is coming up this next month, Mother's Day for me, I typically, my mom obviously, but it brings up a lot of emotions for me because of my late grandmother. But I have a lot of positive memories with my late grandmother and my mom because they taught me a lot about how to bake and how to cook, right? So that's something that I could possibly plan on sharing this next month, is in celebration of Mother's Day. And I'll share a little bit memory about that I just said. And then I'll have this bundle here, the baking bundle. And that's how I can market it, because you don't want to just save a photo like this and post it or share it with your customers. Now, obviously, if you're texting somebody or if it's in private messenger and for Facebook, then you could just easily do this and you don't really have to put a lot of wording with it, right? But if you're wanting to share an image like this in your stories, or more importantly on your personal page, you want to tie it in with wording that's going to rope somebody in and catch their interest. So that's where a memory comes in. Or if you want to have fun with it, have your kids select one. So like, let's just say, for example, your kids or your grandkids or your husband or your friend, they really like, let's see, fresh, or I don't know, let's do the other one. So let's do the beach bundle. So you could say like, who's ready for a vacation, or you could say like, I'm ready for a vacation. If you could go anywhere, where would you like to go? And then comment below. Have this particular photo, right, that you're posting, and then further down you could say something like, until then, until then, take advantage of this take me to the beach bundle. Or I love calling it like with my name, so I'll say, until then, check out my favorite 6-pack of wax, something like that, right? And then this is already obviously preset for you, because it's telling you that it's buy, for your customers, telling them that it's buy 5 get 1 free, and it's letting them know all of the scents that they can get. Now, I will tell you that I have a lot of luck with photos that look like this, because it's taking the guesswork out of it, and it's letting my customers know, hey, this is what's included in the bundle. Most of them want super easy, super simple, work smarter or harder. And so a lot of them will be like, you know what, sold, this is what I want. Most of them will not be like, oh, I don't like this scent, or I don't want that. A lot of times this is exactly what they want, because it makes it so much easier for them than having to decide between the 50 fragrances that we have in our catalog, which ones that they want. So that's another idea too. let's see. I'm going to go back. Another thing that I wanted to cover too, that was in that album that we were looking at earlier. Let's go back to our media that we were looking at with like the bundles, is I wanted to go over real quick the laundry bundles that you did see on there. One thing that I want to also cover too before I forget is that the licensed products that we currently have do not count towards the incentive, just FYI. So that's something important to remember. Let's see. Okay, so another thing that I just want to remind you guys real quick too is that, again, all the fluff that you see like in photos like this, it does not have to look like that to a T. You definitely want to market photos like this, because unless you want to put something together that's your own, which is obviously something I would recommend doing more. But if you don't have stuff like that on hand, that's okay, because that's where you can save, again, these photos to your computer, to your phone, and upload it for yourself. Your customers are not going to be upset with you if it doesn't look like this to a T. Just use what you have on hand, or go out and find what you can without breaking the bank. When I first started with Scentsy, I feel like I had to have my bundles and my baskets look like this image to a T, you guys. And I would hunt down all the products that I needed for it to look like just that. But what I realized is that my customers were going to find it aesthetically pleasing no matter what I put together for them, because it was something that I took the time to personalize and do for them. One thing that I will say too that I thought was a really good idea that a leader shared with us the other day, and I'm like, I do this in my home. Why have I not done this? Let me go and get this out of here. Try not to be so squirrel brain, but yeah, just make sure again and just like go through that if you guys have not already, and I'll add more to that tonight. Let me stop sharing the screen because I don't really need to share anymore with you guys. Okay, so one thing that I was saying earlier when it comes to like the bundles and such. So one leader actually taught me that I thought was really cool. And again, I do this a lot for like my home decor, but I'm like, how have I never thought about this in my business? Especially with like my bundles and my scent boxes, is shopping the sales like after the holiday, right? So I wouldn't have thought, honestly, to go to like Michael's or go to like Walmart or Target and shop like their Easter collection. Like I wouldn't have thought to do that. I've done that for like my house and like for my family members, but I never would have thought to do that in my business. So that's something that you guys might want to consider doing, is anytime that there's like Christmas or Thanksgiving, so like, for example, you know, let's just say like Thanksgiving passes, or no, that's not really a good one, but Christmas, let's just say it's like January, right? Go out to those stores that I mentioned, go to your local craft stores and shop the sales racks, shop the clearance section, because they're going to mark all of that holiday stuff down big time by 40 to 75% off sometimes. So then that way, even if you don't need that stuff right in the moment, if it's really good deal, put it up in your closet for like when you actually need it. So that's something I've never thought about. So I'm going to keep that in mind. But yeah, so that's just a generalized idea of pretty much going over just the incentive and how you can earn it. Like I said, I plan on front loading my calendar for this next month. And every single week, I'm going to be focusing on one particular ring subject per week. And then again, if you guys are in the messenger group for Grow Your PRV, that's something that I plan on doing. Is you'll notice that in all the things that I'll be sharing and focusing on is going to be zoning in and making sure that I hit that incentive, because I definitely want that free product. The next thing I'm going to show you guys, and I'm super excited about, is the Scent and Warm of the Month for May. And if you're new to Scentsy, there is actually a really cool thing that Scentsy allows consultants to have, and that's for us to get early access to Scent and Warmer of the Month the month before. So most of the time, if you sign up for it, it usually ships out, I want to say about 2 weeks before the next month, which is really awesome. And then you do get a good amount of product and goodies like in your box if you get it ahead of time. The advantage, I would say for sure, hands down, of getting it the month before for your customers is so that way you can actually mail out the things I'm about to show you guys and get it in front of their faces beforehand, because you're going to set yourself up for success for the first week of the new month and get that 200 PRV in with pre-orders. Now, what I mean by pre-orders is basically when it comes to like pre-ordering, for example, like scent of the month and warmer of the month, you're collecting payment from your customers before the first of the new month. So like me, for example, I would do pre-orders between now and the end of the month. And then the 1st or the 2nd of May would be when I go in and I place an order for my customers, depending on what they're wanting to get, right? So that's what I mean by pre-order. It just depends. Like it's personally up to you. But if you don't want to necessarily do that and take payment ahead of time, then you can at least get an idea of who wants to place an order and then collect their payment, the May 1st or after, and then order, in a group or whatever that may look like for you. So whenever you get that box in, it basically comes with a pack of 25, or no, I think it's 50 flyers. But you get flyers that look like this. Obviously, it's going to be different every month. And then it does have the information on the back side where you could put your contact information. And then it does have the info at the top where it lists all of the past warmer of the months and the scents of the months as well. And then it also will always tell you like if they're still available or sold out. And then if you look at the inside, it's going to break it down as far as like the price of the wax and then the price of the warmer as well. So there's that. And then that's really helpful too, because for those of you guys that go live on your VIP groups, if you're going live at a party, a lot of times I like to show these just because it does have a lot of good information in there, because you can actually not only walk your customers through how all of our wax bars have high notes, mid notes, and low notes, but you can also let them know that like this, for example, this bar for May qualifies for the citrus family. So if you have any customers, for example, that like citrus smells, they're going to like this bar more than likely. So that's really very reassuring to them. Also on your flyer, it's going to let you know the dimensions of the warmer. Sometimes I have customers that ask me the dimensions of the warmer, like how tall it is, how wide it is. What else? I do like that since he started adding into the flyers like personal photos at the bottom of what it looks like, not only off, but then turned on as well. And then, of course, it's going to give you the breakdown of price of both your products. The other thing that you get too in your box is these, which are thebomb.com. They're my favorite product, which is the scratch and stiff stickers. I use those like crazy. If you're new to Scentsy, one easy thing that you can do is take a sticker and you could put it here on the flyer for not wanting to make wax samples. So for example, if you have people that you're wanting to ship out and send like Happy Mail to, because Happy Mail is important, right? Is that you're going to want to send them a flyer, make sure your contact information is on the back, and then you're going to put a sticker on your flyer. It basically goes in a white envelope. Let's see if I can actually grab one without falling, but a simple white professional envelope that looks just like this. You can get fancy and get a colored envelope if you want to. Otherwise, you can get these easily at like Walmart, Target, Office Depot, Amazon, you name it. It goes in here. A lot of times I'll also put a product list in there as well with my information. If a scent circle too, if they placed an order with me from the month before. So a scent circle, this, and then a product list. Don't forget to put your scratch stiff sticker on your flyer. And basically that normally costs me about 1 stamp. If you're wanting to play it safe, you can do 2 stamps, but typically I can get away with 1 stamp and then do just that. And then don't forget, you guys, those of y'all that are new, scent circles are really great for thank yous for your customers, because you can use the backside to write on, which is really cool. Because if y'all haven't seen them and you're new to the team or new to Scentsy, you can write on the backside of them. They make really great cards. So there's that. So then you get your stickers. And again, these are things also, by the way, if you end up signing up for Scent or Warmer of the Month as a consultant, it is your responsibility to make sure that you get this stuff out as soon as possible to your customers. Don't let it sit and collect dust, because if it's sitting, it's not making you any money. So therefore, it's kind of defeats the purpose if you're not doing anything with it to work your business and get PRV for the next month. If you're not doing that, then there's really no point in signing up for it. Other than, I will say, the one positive part about it is that you do get PRV, so you do get paid off of it when it comes in every month. So that's definitely a big part of that. Let's see. So you get your stickers, and you do get 9 wax bars. So next month wax bar looks like this. It's a pretty little baby pink color, and it smells incredible. I actually warmed it last night and made some nice little samples for my VIPs, but it smells really good. I'm not a big floral person, so I'm really glad that the floral part of it does not like stick out. But I'm glad that it's very citrus, like I said. And I thought it was citrus anyways before I even saw the flyer, to be honest. But I have a lot of customers that I know that'll like this, because I have some customers that don't like floral smells, but they do like fruity smells. And so this is a good compromise because it's not overpowering in like the floral department. So there's that. Another fun little trick that you could talk to your customers, by the way, again, for those of y'all that do lives, or you could take a photo of it too, I guess, is one fun thing that Scentsy started doing recently on their wax bars, and I think it's really cute, is there's actually these little cutouts at the bottom, and it does feature all 6 of the fragrance family, like a little emojis. But thought that was a lot of fun. So that's something you can always point out to your customers for them to look at. The next thing that I'm going to show you guys is the best part, which is the warmer of the month. And I was saying earlier before we started recording, I have not seen this in person, so I'm very excited to actually get it out of the box, because I have a feeling that I too am going to want to keep it, just because those of y'all that know me know that I love me some color and rainbow everything. But I also got this warmer because I have 2 events coming up this next month, and I will for sure have this warmer on display. Now, I will say, because I have my second event is on the 11th, so the 7th will just be display. But the 11th, if I have somebody that wants to buy it like right then and there, then I do plan on selling it to them. Otherwise, it's just going to be on display. All right, let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. But you know what? I have a feeling that it's going to look different plugged in than it will when it's not plugged in. It's going to be a big difference. So pretty. I love it. And those of you guys, your customers that like that opalescent, iridescent feel, it's really cute. And honestly, it has like so many different colors in the warmer that it could go pretty much in like any room with any like decor. Very pretty. And I'm actually surprised that the glass dish is not colored. I don't know why, but I expected it to be a different color, but it's clear. And then another thing that you guys can point out to your customers that they really like is that if they look at the middle of their glass dish, it does tell them how many cubes that are suggested by Scentsy to put in their warmer. So there's that. And then I'm going to go and take the glass dish out because I know it's going to like ramble on and make a lot of noise. So let me, I'm going to, I don't know how I want to say that. Untwine. No, that doesn't sound right. Unwrap. There we go. I'm going to unwrap the cord. I can't even talk anymore today, you guys. So I'm going to unwrap the cord real quick, and I'm going to see if I could plug it in. That way I can show you guys what it looks like. But I'm very excited. Let's see. Oh, and I guess while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and unmute. Let's see. Give me a second. Oh, look, yeah, I can ask you to unmute. That's funny. Ask to unmute. Maybe. All right. Let me get back out of there. Okay, let's see if I can plug this in. Y'all hold tight. Let's see. All right. That. Now I can put the bulb in. I know, I have a feeling that I'm gonna like this a little too much.
It is very pretty.
Where did you say that you put yours at, Monica?
Mine's on my entry table.
Nice. I don't know where I would put mine though, because we changed the decor in our living room, kind of, and so I wanted to go more for like a rustic look in our living room.
Uh-huh.
So I probably would maybe put this like maybe in my bathroom, because that's like the one part of the house other than my office that's like really girly. Let's see. All right, so we got the bulb in. And another thing, you guys that are catching the replay, that you can teach your VIPs on your team on your group page, and then you can do in your lives, is that all the warmers come with their own light bulb. So that's always nice. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna go and turn it on. Ooh, that is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I'm gonna turn my office light off. Oh yeah, that's fun. Ooh, you know what I'm actually more excited about? I'm more excited about how it shines on the wall. That's cool. I'm surprised. I really like that a lot more than I thought I was.
Yep.
Super cute. You know what? It's giving me like Lisa Frank vibes.
Yeah, a little bit, and it shines on the wall pretty too.
Yeah, it's gonna go dark on our video real quick. I'm gonna turn my ring light off. That way everybody can see what it actually looks like. Kind of, sort of.
Pretty.
Ooh, man, yeah, it's bright too. Yeah, I actually like it a lot more with the lights off than I do with the lights on. That's pretty. I love that. Let me turn the ring light back on. But yeah, I like that. All right, so I'm gonna put that aside. Maybe I'm gonna go and turn that off. All right, y'all. So thanks so much. I'm gonna go and start the recording, Monica. But thank you guys so much for watching the replay and hanging out with us on Tuesday night. I will see y'all later. And then for those of y'all that are on our team group, don't forget that we have Power Hour this Friday at 7 o'clock from 7 to 8. So we'll be posting and sharing about that later this week. And I will talk to you later. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording.